battle.
Welcome, everybody, to the 24 hours before the Derby of Bergamo. I can't believe I'm actually saying that because that's a thing now, but
Is it a thing?
it might be a thing because our sporting director said that Atalanta, Lazio, and Roma are our main rivals this season, and I'm pretty sure that's pissed off a lot of people. But anyways, I am Dash with my buddy Dave here to fill you in and get you ready for Atalanta Juve, which is a lunchtime for us, dinner time for you folk. Dave, how are you, buddy?
Doing well. Yeah, it's 12 noon Eastern time in our time zone anyways. So once again, just right in the middle of the day. Sunday this time though. So that works out. Monday's a holiday here in Canada. Probably not for you guys.
Nope.
No, not so much. Yeah, I mean, so Sunday, it's like a second Saturday for me. So I can't escape that Saturday feeling of a midday match, it seems, but no matter, it's Atalanta. Oh man, I'm gonna get burned for saying Atlanta. So hard.
The Atlanta Hawks. The Falcons and the
Oh
Hawks.
man, we were talking about Georgia just before this, so there you go.
I know, stupid
let's-
servers.
Yeah, yeah. Let's just, you know what? Screw it. Let's get into this match because we've already fumbled enough. Let's see what we got.
Alrighty, so this is going to be an interesting match because Allegri said that we are missing two notable players, and our two notable players are going to be the Milik man and the Suzan Vlahovic because kind of some unique injuries, right? So Dusan is out because he blew his back out. I'm just kidding. Lower back pain. I'll let you guys speculate. And Milik with a lower calf injury. So looking at this, Allegri's pre-match conference, he mentioned that one of either Fagioli or Moretti will play, not both at the same time, which is kind of one of those where you want to sit there and say, do Moretti and Locatelli, are they the same person? Because we've never seen them in the room at the same time. Dun, dun, dun. But Walgani gets the start as well that he mentioned. So we're going to probably see a back three of Walgani, Bremer, and Danilo. Tech, hopefully hopefully it doesn't rain. That's all I'm going to say. Tech and goal. Big West McKennie or big right back McKennie starting up on that right wing back spot. Technically, he's essentially taken way out of the starting lineup because of his exploits over the past couple of games. Fagioli projected to start over Moretti in this match. Locatelli looking to kind of pick himself up after the poor performance of Sassuolo and Lecce. Same thing goes for Rabiot and Cambiaso trying to regroup from the stinker on Tuesday as well. With your top line of Chiesa and Moise Kean, I don't know why Fatmob likes using Dusan's face. Maybe they just have a fetish with Dusan and that's why his back is blown out. I digress.
Well, good news for Tech. It's going to be about 23 degrees and completely sunny tomorrow in Bergamo. So
No rain?
he should be on point. No rain. Nothing in the
We're
forecast.
good. We're good, ladies and gentlemen. We're good. Lookman. For Atalanta, we have Lookman and De Ketelaere in the front two with Coop Miners as the cam. Flanked by Ruggeri, Ederson, Derun is back, and Zepi Costa as well, following in by Kolinisek and Jimshiti and Toloi with Musso in Zinet. So Atalanta running their traditional 3-4-1-2 with our 3-5-2. So it's going to be the battle of the 3-5-2s. More or less. This is going to be interesting. Have you gotten anything that has Allegri given you any tidbits from watching his presser?
I kind of agree with what he did say today in some ways that you kind of don't know what you get with Atalanta. They can come out and they can be a very tough opponent. They are right behind us in the standings now. It is very tight. So currently we're in fourth, even after today's matches, Inter Milan, Napoli all winning. We have 13 points. Atalanta has 12. Third has 14. So if we win, we jump ahead of Napoli, and the two Milans are within striking distance. If we lose, man, we're right in that mix of trying to crawl into those European positions. So it means a lot for both teams. I don't expect Atalanta to really sit down. Neither does Allegri. So everything alludes to the fact that, and you even said it there with Gintoli saying Atalanta is one of our direct competitors. I think it's going to be a bit of a bloodbath because he also said it's going to be a physical game. And you're going to see that. That's why you're probably going to see McKennie getting in there. Fajoli being probably a bit tougher than Moretti. See more of Fajoli. I don't know if we'll get to see any Gatti at all, but I mean, our back line, even with Walgani in there, I think we're going to put the most physical lineup out there because it's going to be rough.
How many Fs? 3 Fs, 2 Fs, 1 F?
Fs.
Yeah, rough, like RUFF, like a
Oh,
dog, like rough.
like a rough. Oh, come on. Really?
It's
Is
the
this what
mustache.
we're
It's the mustache. It's bringing in the
Oh
dad jokes out of me.
my. Well,
Dash the
you
stash.
killed this whole pre-match. It's over
I
now.
did. I did. I am so diabolical. I have no regrets whatsoever. But shall I get into the tactical board, my friend? All right.
Yeah,
I'm going to take that quiet as a yes.
yeah.
Alrighty.
You asking for permission? Here it is.
Yes, yes, Dave. Please, Dave, may I use the board? But all right. So I just am extremely lazy and I don't like naming the other team's players because I have to recycle it every week. So Atalanta playing that 3-4-1-2. So essentially, you're going to be looking at it like this. So what Atalanta love to do, and they're very diabolical for doing this, is that they love to press you in the middle of the pitch, right? They overload the middle. That's kind of what they do because these two guys occupy the middle where you're kind of baited with the wing play. So this is kind of how Atalanta offensively likes to line up. So they're kind of moving in with Lookman being on one side and then their other striker, whether it's De Catalar or whoever they have as a striker position, they'll be occupying over here. And then you'll have your 10 and your midfield up here. So you'll have your 10 that's trying to occupy your main regista. These guys are here to cause havoc. And then your wingbacks here are essentially their escape route. Atalanta sometimes like to attack on the wing, sometimes they don't. But normally, so obviously in our defensive shape, we usually look like this. And, mind Wea, McKennie, they're interchangeable. So normally when we're in a defensive shape, we kind of like to drop down in this position where it's 5 at the back with your 3 in the middle. And Chiesa usually likes to follow it and make it into a 4 midfield where Dusan or Keane or whoever likes to stay high and dry. So in this position, this is very interesting because if you've noticed one thing, so obviously Atalanta center backs like to do a very high line, so they'll be covering this tidbit of space here. So Dave,
Yes,
if I
Dash.
am, I'm asking for permission again, no, but what is one thing you've noticed in Atalanta's attacking formation here?
Well, they're all pushed up. They basically leave one man behind, and four guys
Yep.
push up.
So you
Lots of
have
space. Yeah, lots of space back
lots
there.
of lots of spaces in this pocket. So one thing that we've seen Atalanta this season struggle with is they're very susceptible on the counter, especially in their wingback areas. These areas here are essentially a pocket full of sunshine, as some musicians would like to call it as. The reason is I'm kind of curious to see how McKennie does it. Maybe McKennie will start, but it's going to be interesting, right? Because you attack this space, especially with Chiesa pushing forward. Their center backs are not fast. Atalanta center backs are not the fastest of boys. They are quite slow when it comes to doing things like this. So all you need to really do is you attack these pockets of space to formulate your boxes, right? Because Juve attack in a box set. They always position their midfield and their players in a box, regardless of whichever direction they do. Again, here, so Loco will be right there. So you're going to have a box of players right here. So that's your parallelogram for those that remember shapes in high school. Again, here in this direction too. Sorry, Loca's in the way. So you have another parallelogram. So normally it's a parallelogram. That's how Juve have been attacking. That's a lot of Juve's attacking patterns. So when you're playing counterattacking football, you need to do your parallelograms because it gives you not one but two options. Because originally, a lot of folks are like with the whole triangle offense, right? When it's like this is usually how most offensive coaches or a lot of tacticians used to do it. Where now with the modern game and how the game is shifting, you're not looking at it from a triangle. You want to look at it from more so of a diamond, or I like to say a parallelogram because I like to be bougie. But when you look at it from a parallelogram perspective, your Rabiot, you have multiple options because this area here, your defender here is going to have to choose between Cambiaso, or Chiesa. So you technically have 1, 2, and 3 options automatically, because no one's ever going to man mark in this situation. They're always going to be in this loose zone coverage. And what you do, especially when you're attacking in a diamond, to get rid of a zone, and that's how Gasparini's players typically man mark. They don't really man mark. They mark in a zone. You've got multiple options here, so you just need a better ball player instead of Rabiot. But just for this example, you have an option that goes here, you have an option that goes here, and then you have an option that goes there. Obviously, not everybody can pass the ball like Fajoli. That's why we're struggling a little bit offensively. However, if Juve are able to formulate their diamonds, they will be cooking quite well if that's the case. Because when you have multiple options, multiple space, Atalanta will love to give you space. The only thing you need to get through is your initial build-up play. The weakness, and this is one of the things that I kind of give credits to Walgani, because Walgani can pass and distribute the ball quite well. So Walgani and Danilo will be able to assist in ball facilitation through that front block that Atalanta do. But it's more so going to be, how can our midfielders dictate tempo? Our midfielders, this game is going to be very crucial on Fagioli if he starts, or Moretti in that case, and Locatelli. Those are going to be your two most important people. Rabiot, he's a defensive cover. I don't really have that much expectations for creation and playmaking out of him. It's the honest truth. I mean, if he's there to dink one in, he dinks one in. But it's going to be, how can Loca and Fagioli and Moretti respectively get the ball into Chiesa's feet? That is going to be the game plan for tomorrow.
That's been the theme. How well the midfield has been passing, how well the wing backs have been bombing forward and making that space, getting into that space, assuming the midfield can distribute. So, yes, that has been the theme. I agree. Midfield, lock her down tomorrow. Dash, thank you for the insight. That is the pregame. Is there anything else to add in there?
Nope.
That's it. So
We just got to win. That's it.
we
We got
just
to
gotta
win.
win. We gotta win. So
We
I'm gonna
got to win.
go. I'm gonna go with a 2-1. 2-1 Juve. Chiesa. Oh, Keane. I gotta put Keane. He started.
I
Chiesa
was going
Keane.
to say, come on, you can't be. Bones will be watching this and be like, come on, Dave, you can't be disrespecting Keane. Speaking of Bones, guys, remember 10 members strong on our pro clubs team. We have 10
Yes. We need
official
one more.
members.
We technically need a keeper, I think.
We do.
So
And
join.
I think it's consistently that we're playing on Saturdays now, or
We can play throughout the week. We don't have one
sporadically.
consistent. Yeah, it's sporadic. So it's all over the place. So join. I put the barcode up there. Description also has the link. So do
Yeah,
that. While you're liking, subscribing the video, you got to go down below the video, do all that nonsense.
we
So get
like
it
it
all
when
done at
people go
once.
down. Yeah, we
Yeah,
love it
go
when
down
people go
below. We
down.
we love it,
Yes.
and they just fiddle down there. So definitely
Yeah.
do that.
Sounds so menacing with my mustache, but
Oh man,
oh
Dash. I
boy.
I think yeah, it's time to go.
Alrighty, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you in tomorrow.